Coming up on The Solo Show.
I try to keep it, like, I bring my backpack with my laptop in it. I carry that.
With your 2 bottles of wine and your laptop.
And my 2 bottles of wine, yeah, and my bathing suit, and I'm good to go.
And your bathing
I also
suit,
bring, like, 2 grocery store bags when we go home, when we get off the ship, in case we have a wet bathing suit or something, or didn't dry. That way it's not getting everything else gross.
Okay. Like a plastic bag, not like a reusable
Yeah, like a plastic bag, yeah.
We don't have grocery store bags in Canada or in Manitoba.
I will bring you some, Stan.
Stan welcomes back Laurie Olivieri from MCI Mousefan Travel. They talk about all the reasons why a travel agent is one of the most important things you can do to improve your next Disney or any vacation. The Solo Show, as always, is brought to you by Victor Naraki Realtor, serving Disney and the greater Orlando area with celebratingflorida.com and disneyatyourdoorstep.com. Realtor Victor Naraki makes living near Walt Disney World a reality, specializing in all the communities surrounding Disney. Whether you're looking to relocate or invest in a new property, maybe you want a vacation home for your retirement. With over a decade of experience in the area, Victor will adapt to your needs, help you find the right property, or get you the best price for your property. Reach out to him today on his website, celebratingflorida.com, or at disneyatyourdoorstep.com. Follow him at Victor Naraki Realtor on Facebook, and don't forget to tell him that the Solo Show sent you.
Attention please. At the completion of this announcement, the ship's whistle will sound. You may want to cover your ears. Thank you.
Broadcasting from the Solo Studios, located inside the Steakhouse 71 entrance where Stan is the tenderness test taster. Try saying that 5 times. Here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, the center of North America, on this little planet we call Earth, this is The Solo Show. On this adventure, Stan pulls out the guest host chair for returning guest host Laurie Olivieri from MEI Mousefan Travel. Laurie and Stan are talking about all the reasons why a travel agent is one of the most important decisions you can make for your next Disney or any vacation. You'll be surprised how many different ways, listeners. So now, please welcome your host, a man who believes that the only way to improve a Disney cruise vacation would be if the great Gonzo was the cruise director. Here's Stan Solo.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Solo Show. I am Stan Solo as always, and joining me today is a returning guest host, Laurie Olivieri. Did I pronounce it right?
Yes, that's right.
I got one. Right on. Welcome back to the show. I can't remember what show you're in. I might usually like to go back and look.
Oh, I think we talked about China.
No, we talked about you went to the grand opening in Hollywood on the red carpet premiere.
Frozen 2.
Right.
That was almost 3 years ago.
Oh my gosh. So you were one of their first guests then, because
it was November 2019. It was right before COVID started.
Right. That's right. Well, welcome back. It's about time for you to come back. Jeez, it took you so long. So we want to talk a little bit about Disney Cruise Line, what has changed since all the changes in the world, what's new. There's a new ship. We want to talk about the Disney Wish for a little bit. Laurie and I are going to be going on with a bunch of friends with WW Radio in December. And Laurie is an MEI Mousefan travel agent. So if you want to book a cruise or a trip, not just Disney, anywhere, Universal, China, Japan. She booked my Paris trip. I'm going to Paris in April. So you can get in touch with Laurie. Laurie, what's the best way for somebody, if they want to book a trip with you, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you from the get-go? They don't know you yet. They want to get in touch with you.
They can find me on Facebook, Laurie Olivieri. That's pretty easy. They can email me, Laurie, which is LAURIE.Olivieri, OLIVIERI MEI-travel.com. They can also send an email to MEI asking for me to contact them.
Yeah, there's all sorts of ways. Yeah, that's awesome.
They can
And
call me too.
we'll put the links in the show notes for people to just click on them, and they'll get you right to your email.
Perfect.
That's probably the best way. Now, what can you do for somebody? Somebody wants to book a cruise. What do you actually do for them?
So most people, if they've never been on a Disney cruise before, if they've never even cruised before, they really don't even know where to start. They're like, I want to cruise maybe in January out of, say, New York. And I'm like, well, Disney doesn't really have cruises out of New York in January, So you got to kind of ask them different questions, like, how do you like to vacation? Where do you like to vacation? What kind of hotel rooms do you normally stay in? How do you like to travel? Solo travel, group travel, couple travel, family travel. It's really, the beginning conversations are always like 50 questions in a way.
How many days you're going to go for, stuff like that?
Yes. Yeah.
Flying,
what kind of budget you have?
Yeah.
Budget is the hardest one to ask sometimes because they get offensive sometimes, or like, am I going to spend all their money?
Yeah.
But that's important. If you only have a budget for, say, an inside room, there's no reason for me to give you concierge pricing.
Right.
And vice versa. So.
Yeah. And the other thing, too, that a lot of people don't realize when they book through a travel agent is they don't pay you.
Correct. My services are free to them. I get paid as a commission from the Disney Cruise Lines.
Exactly. And it's amazing how many people still don't know that. They still think, well, I can't afford a travel agent. The trip is expensive enough. No. If anything, Laurie's going to save you money, because if there's a deal, she'll look for that deal for you.
Yeah. I'm the one that will be on hold for 6 hours, or, up at 4:30 in the morning applying a recent promotion from Disney, like the Disney Plus ones that they have right now, where the third and fourth guests are basically free on a lot of cruises. Even for like the rooms, the Disney Plus offers, the annual pass offers, those kind of things. I'll do those automatically for people for no extra fee, for no fee.
Exactly. So that is awesome. So that's if you're looking you've never cruised before, or you've never gone to Disney before, I strongly suggest getting a travel agent. And Laurie is my travel agent, so I could vouch for her.
The other thing that we do too is we are your ally, your go-between if something does happen with Disney or the hotels or the cruise lines, or I am like your ally. I'm your okay, let's figure out what happened. I had to make a phone call to find out why you got a room upgrade last night, because I wanted to make sure that it was real.
Oh, okay.
And it is. It's complimentary. They said, tell Stan to have a great time.
Oh, right on. Yeah. I just discovered it by accident that we got an upgrade on the upcoming cruise. We got bumped up a level.
And you have a better view. You have an unobstructed view now.
Yeah. Yeah, because we originally had a room with a porthole, but the porthole wasn't a great view, but it was a porthole. To get some light in.
Yes.
Yeah. No, we got a free upgrade, so we're very happy. What can't you do for a client?
What can't I do?
Other than pay for it.
Right. So like for a cruise, I don't traditionally book flights, but I can help you find good flights. There isn't much that I don't do, actually.
I guess anything with DVC, you don't really do?
Yeah, we don't book DVC at all. We don't do any of that.
For people that don't know, Disney Vacation Club. And if you don't know, don't worry about it.
Even for like countries when you go on a Disney cruise, like I'm going to Australia next year on a cruise out of Honolulu, from Honolulu to Sydney, and we need a visa to go to Australia. So,
I didn't know that.
Yes. Yeah. So I will be helping myself and my clients that are doing it obtain the visas.
Okay.
So.
Well, I might need one for China soon, hopefully. Hopefully I'll need one for China soon.
Yes. Mine is still good for 2 years.
Yes. Now, so now people that have cruised like myself, but haven't cruised in quite a while. I think the last cruise I went on was the Alaska cruise with WW Radio. What has changed with COVID and whatnot?
So many things. Most of them all good. I haven't really found one thing that I don't like about recruising. So much of it has gotten so much easier. The cruise lines took the time, because they had the time, and they revised a lot of their systems. When the cruising we first started, there wasn't the buffets. It was everything was like a traditional buffet. It wasn't like that. Everything was in like bowls for you already instead of you touching the spoon and putting it on your plate. So that has gone back to the traditional buffet.
Okay.
But it's still washy your hands, when you go in there. There's so they redesigned all that. So you have more space and more stations to wash your hands.
Good. That was one thing I didn't really like. I did the Princess Cruise, and they had hand wash stations right outside the buffet, which I prefer over just using sanitizer or a wipe. And so does Disney Cruise Line now have actually hand wash stations?
They do. They do.
That's so much better.
They also have the sanitizer. They have different things at different places.
Okay.
So like, I think before you go into most of the restaurants, it's just the hand sanitizer or the wipes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've been on a couple
of
ships, so I don't want to get them confused.
Yeah. All righty. How does Disney Cruise Line differ from most other cruise lines?
Oh boy. I would say, without shooting myself in the foot, of course, the entertainment alone on Disney cruise ships is Broadway shows, and it's top notch. The food is also top notch, and you don't have to pay extra to get much better food, much better quality of food than you do at some of the other ones. I mean, granted, Disney does have their signature restaurants, Palo, Remy, like that, but their regular dining rooms are so fun. We're going on the Wish. They have a Marvel themed restaurant, and halfway through dinner, some characters come out and do a show for you while you're eating dinner.
Yeah.
Marvel characters like
that. That is one thing for sure that I noticed different from Disney Cruise Line is that the restaurants are themed. Like whether it's the art of the color, what's the paint by night? What's the thing called?
The animation.
The animation. Yeah, they get their theme.
Animators palette.
Yeah. And when I did the Princess Cruise, well, there was 3 different dining rooms and each one looked identical to the other one.
Yes.
I mean, they were nice, but there wasn't much for variety. It didn't matter where you ate. You're eating basically the same
On
thing.
the Wish, they have the Frozen, Arendelle, the engagement party. And the food is also themed for like that kind of place.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I don't want to give away any. And they also change the menu seasonally.
Okay.
So,
and I think by location too, like I think like you got crab more so in Alaska or baked Alaska.
Yes.
Type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine a lot of cruise lines.
And on the Wish, they have 1923, which is all beautifully wood paneled and like steak and like, it's kind of like an old fashioned throwback kind of restaurant in a way. A lot of people are dressing up in like flapper clothes and things like that. So that's fun. My granddaughter did that.
I can't wait for that restaurant. I think I'm more excited about that restaurant than I am the Marvel one, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I know it's surprising, but yeah, I love that era.
Surprises me. Yeah.
I know. Everyone listening could be surprised. What? Now for the Star Wars restaurant, it might be a little bit different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited for that. The other thing
too, I think, is that for Disney Cruise Lines, people aspire to work there. It's not. For many, many employees there, it's not just a job. It is, I want to work at Disney Cruise Lines. That's like a goal, an employment goal.
Yeah. Now, the Princess Cruises had gambling. It had casinos on board.
No gambling on Disney Cruise Lines. They have bingo, but they don't have a casino.
Yeah. So they have like instead of a casino area, they have more of a kids area.
Yeah, they have, yes. Especially on the Wish. They have like 10 pools. They're smaller and they're all over, and then some are together. You can sit in a pool and watch the movie on the deck and have popcorn, and
very nice. Now, so what order should you do things? Like I don't know what happened, but I guess I forgot you have to check in 30 days ahead. Is that
so? It's 29 days and like 23 hours and 58 minutes. You can check in.
Right. And the earlier you do that is better. Why?
Because you can get on the ship earlier. You get an earlier boarding group.
Right.
Which only means you get to eat earlier. That's really all that means.
Well, you get a little bit more extra time on the ship.
Like an hour, Yeah.
Yeah. But and then you also get to book stuff too.
So you get to book stuff at 60 days out and things based on how many times you've cruised with Disney. They have different levels: platinum, gold, silver, first timers. So people who have cruised a lot with Disney get first dibs on all the things. So they typically are like the cabanas go quickly. Really, that's all that goes super quick that you can't like try to keep getting.
Okay.
One of the other popular things are like the alcohol tasting, the wine and chocolate pairings, those kind of things. But people, when they get on the ship, they also cancel because something else came up. So I always tell people to keep trying even on the ship.
Okay. And what was you booked it for our group?
The Royal Gathering?
The Royal Gathering. What is that all about? I never even heard of that before. Also, Laurie messages me, I got the Royal Gathering for us. Right on. No idea what it is.
So I get up early, so I'm an early morning person. So I schedule it for 9 a.m. on our sea day. So they have like Moana. They have different princesses, Cinderella. I forget who else is there. But they're all in the atrium. So it's all digital. So you show the cast members, one of you has to have it. So I have it, so we can all go together. And then you just wait in line at the different princesses. You go around and you can get your pictures taken with them. And
so you have to have you have to kind of book this ahead. You
do have to book it ahead. Yep. And that one's called the Royal Gathering.
Okay. And what do they do on the last day? They do a thing where they have all the characters everywhere, and that's like my favorite thing. And you just run around and get as many character pictures as you can.
So they kind of pop up all the time, but it seems like they're everywhere all the time, but they're actually all on the app. You can actually see where they all are.
Okay.
Right on the app. The Disney Cruise Line app is very, very handy on the cruise ships.
Yeah,
I do everything on the app.
Okay, and what type of things do you book once you're on board versus booking ahead of time?
So for the Wish, you have to book the Star Wars Lounge when you're on the ship.
Okay.
So for me, I think that's the only thing that you have to book on the ship.
Okay, and you book that at the concierge, or you book it at the?
You go to the restaurant, I believe.
The restaurant, okay.
For me, it's very similar to the bar in Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that one you book ahead though.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, like the setup and stuff is very similar.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. And how about some packing tips for someone that's going in the first time? What should you pack in your checked luggage, and what should you carry on with you?
So carry on is easier. If you're gonna think you're gonna want to go swimming, I would definitely in your carry-on luggage bring bathing suits. Mm-hmm. You should bring all your medicines in your checked bag, not your checked bag, your carry-on bag. Okay, let's start again. Ready? In your carry-on bag, you definitely want to have all your medicines, all your paperwork, because you're going to need to show it again and again and again as you go through the process to get on the ship. You can bring 2 bottles of wine, but you have to carry them on. You can bring, I think it's 6 beers, but again, you have to carry them on. A couple bottles of water can't be opened. You have to carry them on, though. You can't put them in your checked luggage.
Okay.
Yep. And then I try to keep it like I bring my backpack with my laptop in it. I carry that because it's my work thing,
With your 2 bottles of wine and your laptop.
And my 2 bottles of wine, and my bathing suit, and I'm good to go.
And your bathing suit.
I also bring like 2 grocery store bags when we go home, when we get off the ship, in case we have a wet bathing suit or something or didn't dry. That way it's not getting everything else gross.
Okay. Like a plastic bag, not like a reusable.
Yeah, like a plastic bag. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have grocery store bags in Canada or in Manitoba.
I will bring you some, Stan.
Okay. So, and then in your checked luggage, obviously you don't, like your passport, you bring your carry-on. What should you have in your checked luggage that you shouldn't? Is it like an airport where you can't have like sharp stuff or anything like that?
Oh, right. No, obviously I made a list and I actually have it open so I don't miss anything. Mm-hmm. It's very similar to airport things, like no firearms, no explosives, no BB guns, no knives. Not at all. Not anywhere. Not on the ship.
Yeah.
At all. Some things that people get upset about are they want to bring a clothes steamer to steam their clothes or an iron. Disney has laundry rooms already set up with this stuff in there. So you can go and iron your clothes. You can go do a load of laundry if you need to. Okay. And you do it yourself. It's not like some of the other cruise lines, you have to send it out. Disney, it's family. You can do it yourself. They also don't want any coolers or candles or incense. Aquatic items. So like no blow up floats, no pool noodles.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep. They don't want any of that. No flowers because we're going to other countries.
Oh, okay. How about fresh fruit?
No, they're going to give you it again because they don't want you going to other countries, you know.
Yeah. I know, like when I come into Canada or I go into the US, I can't bring apples with me,
Right?
or oranges. So I always have to buy my oranges and apples.
One time bringing an orange from France, you would have thought it was like contraband or something. You know?
Yeah.
And they wouldn't even let me throw it away. I had to like go through this special line and then throw it away.
Oh wow. One of the things I heard is you can't. They don't want you to bring on is like drones at all.
Yeah, no drones.
How about like a guitar? Can I bring a good guitar on board?
Can you bring it? I think you could.
Okay, I can't play, but I was wondering if somebody were to wanted to bring.
I'm looking at this. It doesn't say you can't.
Okay.
No boogie boards, inflatable floats, pool noodles, rafts, surfboards, wave boards. No balloons or kites.
Okay.
No blenders, no coffee makers, no diffusers, electric blankets, heating pads, rice cookers, no microwaves. Can you imagine? Curling irons, flat irons.
Oh wow!
Hair dryers, shavers. Those are the things that they let you bring.
Oh, okay. So you can bring a curling iron, a shaver.
Can bring a curling iron and a flat iron and a hair dryer and a shaver. Yeah. Okay. Also, a big thing is the portable fans. Kind of, they lay flat and pop them up. Mm-hmm. So their fire person will inspect it and then decide if you can actually bring it or if they're going to pull it on you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Like, are you talking like a battery operated one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They also do not let you bring any extension cords, power strips, because they don't want to fire.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah.
Fire
on board is a bad thing on a ship.
Right. Fire could be very bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bring one of these like this. Hold on. Oh.
Nobody can see it.
I bring one of these.
Okay. It's like a power bank type thing.
Yeah. And they let that. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about mustard drills? I've heard that's changed since COVID.
Amazing. You're going to love it. Oh my gosh. It's all on your app. So if it says you have to go to D12, get on the ship. They announce your name and you walk on the ship. Mm-hmm. Everybody cries. They do the little welcome dance. And then you're like, I got to go to my mustard drill. So you just go over to the section. You watch the video right on your phone. You go over to where you're supposed to be. You scan the wall.
Oh, nice.
And then you're done.
That is so much better. I like that for two reasons. One is it doesn't kind of crowd everybody together in that thing. And the other thing too is like I've been on several cruises, and every time I do the muster drill, the poor cast member or the person is talking, and everybody that's supposed to be listening is talking at the same time. They're having conversations about what they're going to do for dinner and all that. And I can't hear the person. I don't hear very well. I can't hear the person telling me the muster drill, which I kind of want to hear it, just in case. I've never heard it yet. So I like this better.
You're not standing on the deck anymore with a million people surrounding and waiting for that one family who decided they didn't need to go.
That's the other thing too. You're all sitting there waiting for 45 minutes, waiting for that one family because everybody has to check in at the same time. Yeah.
You'll hear as it gets time for the ship to leave. You'll hear, will the Laurie family please come and check in? We cannot leave unless you do this. But you don't have thousands of people sitting around waiting for you.
Exactly. Exactly. It's such a better system for sure. How does dining work on Disney Cruise Line? Like I know, like when I was on the Princess Cruise, I go to any restaurant I want. Is it the same on a Disney cruise?
It is not. So right now, I believe on when we board the ship, you can go upstairs to Marceline, which is like a buffet kind of, but it's set up by like different types of food, like little buildings in a way. So it's kind of like a buffet. Mm-hmm. Or you can go to the sit down lunch. Right now is called Arendelle. I'm super excited for that. Mm-hmm. But typically for your dinners, you have, they call it rotational dining. So you'll dine in one of 3 restaurants each night and you rotate. The best part is your staff moves with you.
Right.
So if like they know that I want a Coke Zero and a hot cup of tea at the end of my meal, and those 2 things are usually there waiting when I sit down.
Exactly.
Which is, that to me is such a Disney touch.
I remember I wanted to just try it. I was kind of playing more or less as a lark. So I asked for a ginger ale with a cherry in it. And so he brought me a ginger ale with a cherry in it. And the next day I went for dinner and there was a ginger ale with a cherry in it waiting in my spot when I got there. So Oh, yeah. There you go.
I think it's those touches right there that keep us as adults going, even with no kids.
Yeah.
Because you feel that spoiled, you feel appreciated as a guest.
Yeah, I've never gone with kids on a cruise.
Oh,
I've only gone with my wife or by myself. So
see, there you go.
Yeah. And even the dessert, because I ordered off the menu, I ordered a Mickey bar for dessert instead of something that was on the menu the first night. And so then the next day he brought me, instead of didn't even ask me if I wanted dessert, he brought me a Mickey bar without even asking. I wanted yesterday. So
it's amazing. Yeah.
So do you get to choose your rotation, or how does that work?
They assign it to you. That way, it's like your table moves together.
Yeah.
Everybody.
So you'll be like at Frozen one night, and then you'll be at Marvel one night, and you'll be at the club. What's it called? 1932?
1923. Yeah.
Yeah. When it's enough, you have a 4-night cruise. What happens?
One of those is going to be repeated.
Okay, so you don't get to choose which one you're going to do.
No,
okay.
The same thing. No. And then they also have the buffet every night if you don't feel like doing a sit-down meal.
Mm-hmm.
Marceline is open, and you can also choose to eat at Palo or Enchanté, which is the elevated dining,
which is an extra cost,
an additional cost. Yes.
Yeah. Now, some of the things that the people do on Disney cruise ships that you don't do on other ships is they have like a pirate night, or they have like a Frozen night, or they have like a Pixar night, or a Star Wars night, or whatever they're doing on that ship on that trip.
Yeah.
So what is a pirate night?
Pirate night, usually it's on your Castaway Island day when you go to Disney's private island for the day. And then that night, everybody dresses up if they want. You don't have to in pirate garb, and your dinner is a little themed piratey maybe. And then at night they have a live pirate show, and Jack Sparrow comes down and right in front of you. It's crazy. And then they shoot off fireworks at sea. It's the only ship authorized to shoot fireworks at sea.
That's right.
I just did a Halloween cruise in September. And I got to tell you, money for money, that is the best one, because you get Castaway. So you have all your pirate stuff. So you have your pirate night, and then you had Halloween night. You got to trick or treat. They had a whole bunch of shows. You got to trick or treat through the cabanas. It was so fun. It was so fun.
Oh, that is so cool.
That is so cool. 2 nights out of one. Now,
you mentioned Castaway Cay. For somebody who hasn't been before, or somebody who hasn't gone in a long time like myself, what is a must do? What should you be wanting to do, or what should you go to first, or what do you do there that what am I going to do there?
So they have excursions that you can book. You can go snorkeling. You can sign up for scuba diving. You can do a glass bottom boat tour. They have all kinds of. You can rent bicycles. I think kayaks, stand up paddleboarding, which I've tried twice. They have these big, huge bicycles that you pedal with another person in the water.
Oh, cool.
They have a whole family. They have a couple family beaches. They also have an adult-only beach. We're going on a WW Radio cruise, so the running team for WW Radio's running team will get together and do the 5K.
Right.
It's used to be like a thing, and now it's because of COVID, everything is on your own. They have a path laid out, and I'm walking it.
Okay.
They have new medals too this year.
For WW Radio?
No, for the 5K, for Disney's 5K.
Oh, like the Castaway Cay does?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So if you got one from a couple years ago, this is a new one.
This is a new one. Okay. So, that's cool.
They also have places to eat, like cooks. It's all like barbecue food and fresh fruits and self-serve ice cream. And we usually start at the end and just eat our way all the way back to the ship.
After running the 5K.
Yeah.
I have to say I had that corn on the cob at Cookies or Cooks 2, whichever one it was. It was the best corn on the cob I ever had in my life. I don't know what it was, but wow, was it good. And then even like the pineapple spears they're so flavorful. Like, I don't know what they do to it to make it taste so good. If it's a tropical air that gets into the food.
The tropical air. And if you're outside on this beautiful beach in this warm water, you get hungrier too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like one of the best meals I had, and where it was just barbecue, like basically. Yeah.
I have a picture of this tropical bird eating some papaya I took like 5 years ago there. It is one of my favorite pictures because you like never see that. And it's right, he's eating himself right at the buffet. He's like feeding right up the papaya.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. I can't wait for this trip. I am so excited for this.
Me too.
I guess one of the things too that Disney differs is the fan community that has this thing called fish extenders.
Yes. So they've come back in a limited fashion, kind of. It used to be like these huge groups on Facebook and everything. And then Disney Cruise Lines didn't want you, touching people's doors or touching other things that weren't yours. So they said no more fish extenders. So they're coming back now.
So for somebody that doesn't know what a fish extender is, or a fish extender group is, so if you booked a Disney cruise ship or Disney cruise and you want to kind of play something, it's kind of a fun, kind of like a Secret Santa almost type of thing.
Yeah. There's Facebook groups for them. So you would like go to Facebook and you would type in like Disney Cruise Lines, The Wish, December 5th, fish extender group, like search for those kind of words on Facebook and you'll probably find it. And then you can join one. If you go to like Etsy and search in fish extenders for Disney, all kinds of crazy ideas that people make or buy. It's quite the thing to see. Some of them are just amazing, like the talent and the ingenuity of people. And they have to bring all this on the ship. Yeah. They have to travel with it.
And some things you get, and so basically what you do is you join this group, and say there's like 20 people in your group, and you have to buy 19 gifts, or make 19 gifts. I like to make mine for other people in your group, and they'll all make or buy gifts for you. So you come back to your room and you have this kind of like these pockets that hang off of, which is a fish, a metal fish that's on the wall beside your door, and you check your pockets and there's a little gift here for me. And sometimes people will put like chocolates in there, or they'll put like little toys or knickknacks or something. I remember I got a laundry basket and I use it every trip.
Very cool.
Yeah, somebody had like a foldable, it folds up into a little tiny circle, but then it pops up into a full-size laundry basket. And I bring that with me and I use it to put my laundry in when I go to Disney World. It's my laundry basket when I go to Disney World, and it takes up next to no room at all in my suitcase. Yeah.
For Alaska, people made they got like different flavored marshmallows and different packets of hot cocoa mix and straws and honey spoons and sugar spoons and things like that for little gifts to go with the theme of being chilly in Alaska.
Oh, right. That's right. Yeah. So there's a lot of it's really cool. It's something I always enjoyed doing on the Disney cruises is the fish extender groups, for sure.
I think one thing too that separates a Disney cruise from other cruises is people decorate their doors. On a Disney cruise. That when I cruise other lines, I still decorate my door because it's who I am now. So there you go. It also helps you find your room easier.
Yeah, I gotta get going on my decorations. I have no idea what to do.
Me neither. I have ideas, but
I don't also have no time either. I got some shirts I gotta sew. I got some special cruise line fabric that I ordered, so I got some shirts.
I just ordered Angelo a couple t-shirts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Alrighty,
we did for him and Paul Hoffman? We didn't tell them. We bought them matching shirts. And we told them to wear Angela, I forgot you got to wear the shirt to dinner. And Barbara did the same. We didn't tell them, and they showed up in matching shirts for dinner. So that was fun.
That's hilarious. Now, if it was you and Paul's wife.
Oh, Barbara.
If it was you and Barbara, it might not have been as funny. They're going to get you back on this one,
Yeah, they thought it was a riot. They were like, and they liked the shirts, so
yeah.
Now they cool. coordinate. They coordinate them themselves.
That is cool. So Laurie Olivieri at MEI Mouse Fan Travel is where you want to go if you want to book a trip. She'll get you all set up, and whether you want to go on Disney Cruise Line or any cruise line, really, it doesn't have to be Disney Cruise Line. You could book anyone for them, and you don't charge them,
or even just a trip to Disneyland, Disneyland Paris. Aulani,
Yep.
Tokyo Sea, Hong Kong, Shanghai.
You're going to Australia now. You're booking trips to Australia.
So next fall, we're going to go to Disneyland, do Oogie Boogie Bash, fly over to Aulani, hang out there, do the Disney cruise for 13, 14 nights from Honolulu to Sydney. We're going to hang out in Sydney for a couple of days. Then we're going to fly over to Japan, go to Tokyo Sea, and then we're doing a 9-night cruise around Japan.
Oh, wow.
And
that's my dream right there.
That's as far as I've gotten us.
Okay. Well, and that's that. After that, you would have hit every park then, because you haven't done Tokyo yet.
Yeah, that Tokyo would be the only ones I haven't been to.
Yeah, that's excellent. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me,
very
Steve.
Informative, a lot of fun.
Looking forward to seeing you soon.
Yeah, less than a month. We're going to be getting together.
That's exciting.
For sure.
It's so nice to have something to look forward to.
Yeah, exactly. Ken, take it away.
If you have a brilliant idea for a future edition of The Solo Show and would like to take your turn in the guest host's chair, then drop us an email at thesoloshow01@gmail.com. Tell us your idea for the show, and we'll contact you about a date and a time for you to join us. If you would just like to keep the conversation going or have a comment about a previous show, then visit us on Facebook at The Solo Show. All logos, sounds, and songs that are made by and for Disney and its affiliates are owned solely by the Disney Corporation and are not, nor are they intended to be, the ownership of The Solo Show podcast. We hope you'll join us for the next adventure on The Solo Show. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.